inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A give. This is Chubb. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6, 7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A big play there for Minnesota. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He rifles one, and
That's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when you intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. There's Wilson. That ball caught by Slayton. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal. Expect
touchdown, Vikings! Scotty Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Wilson.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Cohen. A nice little juke. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
There's Trimble, the tight end.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now Wilson on 1st down. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
7 yards to pick up there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pass incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw again is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Flushed out right. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Going up top for Miller. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Final play of the half. It's Wilson rolling to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Second and goal from the 1. The final shot before break. Wilson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Aaron Jones. As time expires in the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here's Cohen now to return.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Minnesota. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Off the option, it's Jones.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.